This one came via Twitter. Thank you, Twitter. From KB, Nova Scotia. I hope I'm pronouncing that as you intended it. This one for each of the candidates is, what 3 characteristics or experiences qualify you best to represent this region? And we'll be starting with Mr. Blanche.
3 characteristics or experiences. Awesome. Well, great question, KBNS. 3 characteristics or experiences. Seems like, how do I dare say honest to a fault when I'm representing myself as a politician and everyone tells me constantly that I'm a crook? I'll skip honesty. It's true, but determination. I've been engaged in trying to change the world for about 20 years and change local communities, working as an addictions counselor, as a counselor with abusive men currently, working as an environmental educator, and that's what brings me here. I guess it's been intensified now that I have children because I'm looking forward to them and their future. So I guess that's another one, being a father. Being a father has really affected me, and it affects my motivations to work hard for the future. So what have I got? I've got a father, and I've got determination, and I think respect. I generally have respect and empathy. We'll use the 2. Respect and empathy for the people that I meet in this world. I don't feel that I'm better, and I always remember the expression my mother taught me, there but for the grace of God goes I. I'll do my best for you, and I won't judge you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Armstrong?
Well, first of all, I believe that I have a strong commitment to public service. And really being a member of Parliament, that's what it's all about. It's service and how you can best represent the wants, needs, wishes, hopes, and dreams of people in your riding in Ottawa, and not represent Ottawa back to your riding. And the background I have as an educator, I don't think there's probably any better background you can have as a budding politician than as an educator. Because when you're an educator in the school system, you deal with people from all facets of life. The richest, the poorest, the needy. The people that have many skills are going to be fine no matter what happens, and those of us are the most challenged. And working with the government, working with various levels of government, and providing that service is what I sort of stake my claim on. And I believe hard work, perseverance, and a commitment to volunteers in the public service are probably the 3 qualities that best prepared me to be a politician.
Thank you. Mr. Natchek?
Thank you for the question. Number 1, I'll say I am a father. I have a son that's 35. He's my retail manager at my store, and my daughter is 33. She's a general manager at my store. I've got grandchildren, and I'm here because Canada needs a better government and better representation in Ottawa. My 25 years military experience, from the first day you enter the military to the day you leave, they're training you for something. The next step, all the way up. They never stop training you. So from running a department to working around the table at Maritime Command Headquarters near the end of my career, sitting around the table with senior officers and dialoguing there and coming up with solutions, being on NATO trips, 5-6 months away from home, being in the Persian Gulf, just on both sides of Canada, traveling Canada. I've served 7 years in British Columbia and the rest of my career on the East Coast. Also, as a businessman, so I got out of the military, I went into business, and all the experiences there, the trials and the paperwork that's involved, and trying to do things with the banks, and the banks aren't cooperating, and the banks aren't there for businesses, and we know that. So I know this firsthand, and we're still living it firsthand. So for these 3 reasons, that's what I would share with you.
Thank you. Mr. Burrows?
3 characteristics or experiences. It's a difficult one to... One of the things I find challenging with politics is I have to talk about myself, and it's not my nature. And it's been difficult in both elections to be the one that stands, knocks on the door, and says, "I want to be your MP." If I have to narrow down very quickly to 3, one I would talk about is my experience in representing people in many, many different organizations, right through the local, through the national level, and farm organizations and the co-ops. Why I bring that up is because my style in a leadership role has been to bring everybody together to accomplish the common good. And I've always been welcoming to the person that's been sort of seen to be a little bit offside with the standard ideas. I've always liked to get them inside the camp and understand where they're coming from, because that is effective. Secondly, my door knocker again promotes me, and I'm sometimes a little embarrassed by it, but people as I'm talking will be reading through them and say, where do you have time to be knocking on doors? I've been a busy person. I've been involved in many things. But that's meant that I've learned how to organize my time and be effective. And that will be very important as a member of Parliament. Third is my business experience. I know the value of the dollar. I know the value of how you manage people, how you manage your financial commitments and your financial needs. That is important in government, and sometimes that's been ignored in the past.
Thank you very much. Ms. Robinson.
Hi. Well, thank you for that question. And like you, Jim, I find it very difficult to both toot my own horn. However, if I were to look at the three characteristics or experiences, I am just an average person. I am like many of the constituents in this riding, and I do understand how the policies that are enacted in the federal level affect the everyday person. And I also sit on the municipal level of government, so I understand what it's like to make tough decisions and understand tax rates and the importance of all the local issues and how you have to take everybody's perspective into the role. I have worked tirelessly in my community, promoting it from within. I've initiated festivals and community organizational events, so I understand the importance of community and buying local and being a big part of the community. I also have 2 children. It is my greatest wish that they don't have to move out west to find jobs or move somewhere else. I want to be here to help and be someone who can help them be able to sustain a lifestyle here as well as myself. So again, it just comes down to I'm just an everyday person. I am not very eloquent at this, and I apologize. Thank you.
Thank you very much.